Jordan Renaud has signed his letter of intent with the Alabama Crimson Tide, committed back on September the 18th, now makes it official with Alabama. The number 8 edge rusher in this class, the number 12 player in the state of Texas, out of Tyler Legacy. Andrew Bone here to break it down. Bone, your thoughts on Renaud as Alabama gets another elite edge rusher in this class?
Yeah, this is definitely a guy that we expected early on in his recruitment to eventually join Alabama's class. He had visited Tuscaloosa several times prior to his official visit, and he has a former teammate on Alabama's team, and freshman running back Jamarion Miller, who's been recruiting him nonstop since he joined Alabama's recruiting class. And we kind of just expected that Jordan Renaud was eventually going to join the Tide's class, but it became pretty close. It was a very close battle between Alabama and Oklahoma. The Sooners had a little bit of momentum, especially after he took an unofficial visit there, or an official visit there in June, and then returned in July for another unofficial visit. There was some talk on the Sooner side that Jordan Renaud might be heading to Norman, but Alabama was able to squash that. They were able to get him, back, leaning towards them, and eventually gets his commitment. So big win there for Alabama going into the state of Texas. But this is a kid who's originally from Florida, so a little bit closer to home from his home state, but has been in Texas for the last 3 years. So I guess you can consider him a Texas guy, but you look at him on the film there. I mean, he plays on the outside edge, plays with his hand in the dirt. He's ranked as an edge rusher, but Alabama sees him more as a defensive end in their scheme. A little undersized from what they, typically recruit at that position. Usually you get a guy who's 260, 265 pounds. You get him up to about 280, 290, 300 pounds. Over the course of a couple of years. He's going to be coming in at right around 245 pounds. So you're going to have to add some weight, get a little bit bigger, but he's got an incredible quickness, violent hands coming off the edge. And this was a guy that Alabama really wanted from the get-go. He wasn't a guy that, they just started recruiting, 6 months ago. He's been recruited by Alabama for more than a year. They're really excited about him, and definitely somebody that will have a chance to make an impact. Now, I do think that with his size, he's going to have to come in and really work, really train, and develop and get a little bit bigger. But there's no doubt he's got a lot of talent, but it's just going to depend on his development over the course of the next year or two.
Yeah, talent is certainly there. And a kid, like you said, originally from Florida, ends up in Texas. What did Alabama do to fend off Texas A&M, who was bidding for the commitment as well, but Oklahoma close by there in the Southwest?
Well, I think with Jamarion Miller being at Alabama, I don't think that hurt the Tide's chances at all. But I also think that he really liked, Freddie Roach. Freddie Roach, Holman Wiggins recruited him, built a really good relationship there. Knows that he's got a chance to be a part of a great defense in Tuscaloosa, and I think those were all major factors in that recruitment.
Yeah, hope to see him be a part of this great defense that is certainly on the precipice here again for Alabama. Another guy listed as an edge rush, could see him as a D end, like you said. But nonetheless, such a talented player here in Jordan Renaud out of Texas Legacy High School, top 10 edge rusher in the country. For more on Renaud and all things going on with this wild first day of the early signing period, be sure to check us out on BamaInsider.com. Don't forget, guys, subscribe to our channel. Get in the comments section. Let me know what you think about Jordan Renaud. That like button while you're on the way out as well. For Andrew Bone, my name is Trey Hannity, as Jordan Renaud has signed his letter of intent with the Alabama Crimson Tide.